So I'm here to show you guys my 6th graders curriculum for this year. And it's not a whole lot of curriculum, but for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and show you what she's getting done. I haven't made a video in a very long time. I know that. I'm going to address that. If you guys are friends with me on Facebook, then you kind of already know why. But it's really no major reason other than the fact that sometimes, you know, days turn into weeks and weeks turn into months and months turn into like it's been a year since you made a video. So for the sake of time, I'm going to go ahead and dive in and show you guys what my 6th grader is doing for her curriculum for this year. First is science. She's going to be doing science fusion for grade 6. We also will be using Prentice Hall Life Science. We also have the Cells and Heredity Science Explorer book from Prentice Hall. I also have the Earth Science by Prentice Hall. And we also have the Physical Science by Prentice Hall. We also are going to be using other little supplements for science, so I just kind of grabbed a few books that we'll use the most. This one is Real Science for Kids, Biology Level 1. We also will be using D.K. Smithsonian Science and Visual Encyclopedia. Also, we're going to be going over the human body and I guess you could say life itself and creation. What all happens. She is in middle school, so we're going to be talking about the reproductive system and all of those good things. So this was a really cool book that I picked up a long time ago, a while ago, and I think she's more than ready to explore this book. This is called It's So Amazing. It is by Robbie H. Harris and illustrated by Michael Emberley. It's a really good book. I encourage you guys to read it or go look for it when it comes to the reproductive system and talking about life and things like that, love, all of those things. It goes over a lot. I'm not going to open it up and show it to you just in this video, but because the pictures are kind of graphic. So for math, Janai is still finishing up her Go Math Florida book for 5th grade. It is, telling you, this book has seen better days. But yeah, so she's finishing up this book. This book is pretty cool. This was my first time using Go Math. I do like Go Math. For a quick review, real quick, if you don't care, just skip past this. But for a quick review, if you do want a book that teaches your child how to figure out math more than one way, this book is great. Because I noticed with this book when we started that it kind of teaches them how to do things more than once, or one thing more than one way, put it like that. However, it can be confusing sometimes. If your child is one of those kids where you just have to teach them that one way and they just kind of run with that and they just learn that way and they memorize it, and then teaching them any other way would just confuse them, this is probably not the book for you. But if your child is one of those kids, or if you're one of those parents that wants to know different ways to teach them, and you may just pick that way out of the book and say, okay, we're just going to do this lesson, we'll skip the next lesson that teaches you how to do it a different way so you don't get confused. Cool. But that's my little review on Go Math. So this is the book that she's finishing up. I also have other books for her, including Spectrum Math grade 6. So when she finishes or gets a little closer to the end, or I'm comfortable, then I'm going to go ahead and move her into grade 6 math. To be totally honest with you, from what I'm seeing, grade 6 math here in Florida is not that different from the 5th grade math. It's really very, very similar. It's just maybe, I would say, a handful of things that I see that she needs to know for grade 6 that I'm noticing she kind of already knows or is learning or has learned in the Go Math book for Florida grade 5. So it's really not that much difference. So I didn't see any rush when I looked in throwing her into grade 6, because my thing is I just want to make sure she gets it. So hopefully when she does get to the grade 6 books that I have for her for math, she just kind of speeds through those. So this is one of the grade 6 math books. I know I'm probably talking too much, but this is one of the grade 6 math books, Spectrum Math. So we have the Primary Mathematics Singapore textbook 6B. I was lucky enough to find the 6B for, I think it was like 99 cents. So we're going to try this. This was the only one I found, 6B. We're going to start with this one. If I feel like we need 6A, then I guess I will have to order 6A, Primary Mathematics 6A. But I just wanted to see if this would work for Gigi. So I have the Primary Mathematics Singapore 6B. And for 99 cents, I mean, that was really a good deal. So I just grabbed it. So So I also have a pre-algebra book for grades 5 through 8. We're going to use this as a supplement or extra with what we have. Alright, so moving on to reading, spelling, language arts. Basically, she's going to be doing different things with that. We have a reading skill builder 6th grade reading book that she's going to be using. I also will be using Success with Spelling, book F. So we're also going to be continuing the Springboard English Textual Power Level 1. This is the student edition. She doesn't really care for this book, but I like the way that it's requiring her to write. It's making her think a little bit more about her writing before she writes, and it also is requiring her to organize it a lot better in the process of her drafting and things like that. Editing, it has a lot of that in here. So we're continuing this book. Also, Voyages in English, Writing and Grammar for 6th grade. So they're also going to be doing African American history this year. They did do African American history last year, but we did it in the form of people. But this year we're going to be going a little bit more in depth into African American history as a whole, and we'll also still be going over African American people, leaders, inventors, scientists, all of that. But we'll be doing that with this book as well. We also have Civics now this year. They're going to be going over Civics with this book called We the People. I do want to go over this and show you that what the table of contents includes. What were the founders' basic ideas about government? What was America like in 1770s? Why did the founders think we needed a good government? What is the Republican government? What is the constitutional government? How did the founders use their ideas in the Declaration of Independence? What was our first national government like? How was our Constitution written? How did the farmers organize our government? What are responsibilities of citizens? How does the Constitution protect your basic rights? All of that is in here, plus a bunch of little sub categories or subgroups in there. I didn't really read all of them, but that's just an overview of this book. Alright, and we are still finishing up or going through the United States Scots-Foresman Social Studies book. So we're finishing up this book as well as the workbooks that I have for them that goes along with this book. So the last couple subjects, we have geography, and she's going to be using The World and Its People. This is the Florida edition by Glencoe. So the last subject is handwriting 2, 2nd edition. She's like literally maybe 7 or 8 pages out, and she'll be done with that. And that is all that she's doing for this year for 6th grade. So that's all for her 6th grade curriculum this year. Hopefully I can get to do the next grade curriculum tonight. I am still homeschooling. I get that question all the time in my inbox or on a video. I am still homeschooling. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.